Let's welcome Murlidharan. And of course, Murlidharan sir. Also, I would like to welcome portraying the Enter movie 800.
কুন্তল কি করছিস কুন্তল?
আরে এটা কি হচ্ছে কে সামনে করে
Producer of this movie.
এই ছেলে লোক
আরে ভাই
বিন্দু লাগু
এই জাবরদা সরো না কেন ভাঙ চলবে অভিষেক হ্যাঁ তুইও সামনে চলে যা
কোনো দরকার নেই আমার এখানে
अरे मोबाइल को हटाइए ना इसको हटाइए बोलो
Sir, we have a small surprise for you and we have prepared this surprise and Dada, we want आप उसे participate करें and Madhu you too. We have some students.
বল সালালে
এটা কি হচ্ছে ও ম্যাডাম বল
So we have some students from Bangla University. We also have female team with us.
আরে এদিকে পুরো কাজ হচ্ছে এদিকে জায়গা ঠিক করো না সম্ভব হবে না চলো
Zara some like Bangla University.
ভাই আমরা চল সামনে
হাত তুললে পিঠে লাথি মেরে
কি অবস্থা এখানে সব লাইন করে বসে আছে এগুলো কি হচ্ছে এখানে এই ভাই এগুলো হারাও
স্যার দেবাই দেবো এই বস হ্যাঁ করো এসব তোমার দিতে পারে আমার অসুবিধা নেই
এগুলো কি হচ্ছে এখানে সামনে মোবাইল তুলে দিচ্ছে
লাইভটা দিতেই হলো
আরে ভাই ওই
ছবিটা তোলা যাচ্ছে
Can the crowd come to this side please? Yeah. Dada, अपने के लिए
अरे ये गार्ड कर रहे हैं
because it's blocking the camera basically.
ब्लॉगिंग का कैमरा तो साइड करो
Settle down. दादा आप कहीं सुनेंगे ही नहीं
এত আওয়াজ করলে পারবে না একটু আসতে হবে কলকাতারই শব্দ এত জোরে কথা বললে তো পারবেই না প্রোগ্রামটাই হবে না প্লিজ
Alright, so sir, like the surprise I was telling you about, so we have some people and we want to ask some to participate. Can we just clap one? 1, 2, 3, 4.
ও দিদি এটা মোবাইলটা দাও না বলছি না আমাদের নাম্বার থেকে
Alright, शुरू करें? एक साथ.
हाय
देख विकेट सुड़ाए, हर दिल पे छाए, वो हमेशा हंसता है कोई न टिकता. बैट्समैन का नाइटमेयर, फ्लावर नहीं फायर, स्माइलिंग की ब्राइट, गेट डायनामाइट, सब कर दे दंग, ये असली तमाम, बॉलर्स की टीचर, देखो Baby picture. Sourav and for the cast of favorite movie, Madhur, Dada.
I want to say something.
Yes, please, sir.
I want to say something. We and him have played together for our entire career. He played a little more than I did. But my entire career was with Murlidharan. And we used to go to Sri Lanka all the time. Played Sri Lanka outside also. Here you have 10 people singing this. So in Colombo, in Kandy, in Nampula, in Taunton, in India, the entire stadium used to sing this. Murlidharan, Murlidharan. Because cricket used to only fall when we used to come.
This is what it is all about. It's all about bringing back those good old memories that you guys shared. And it's a pleasure. Let's just start with the Q&A session. But before that, आप सभी ने ट्रिगर देखी है मूवी की? Pretty sure सबने होमवर्क किया होगा. Let's just watch it together, all of us together. The trailer of 800. Can we get down the lights? Yeah.
शास्त्रों में तमिल लोगों का पुलिस के बीच मतभेद तमिल लोगों के खिलाफ दंगों का रुख ले गया है और अब पूरे देश में स्थिति काफी पूरा देश
What's that? I call him early. He's good. Just the beginning, Nambi.
And it's not going again.
What's the problem? He's chucking.
This being the end of the road from early.
इस मैच में बॉलिंग मत करना वरना हमें प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है वो कहते हैं मेरी कोई सीधी नहीं है पर बॉलिंग करते वक्त तेरा हाथ सीधा ही रहता है
ऑस्ट्रेलिया जानबूझकर मुरली को परेशान कर रही है
Points, testing in labs. They should be getting tested during a match. एक बात सच सच बताइए मुरली चक्कर कर रहे हैं आपको मातृभाषा आती नहीं या आप बोलना नहीं चाहते
अब ये करते हुए तुम्हारे पेरेंट्स की मौत हो गई हमारी बहनों का रेप कर रही है अब आप ही बता दो क्या करें क्रिकेट खेलें
You guys have thrown everything in. The umpires, the fans, press, even the Prime Minister. But you can't take it down with like this good.
तेरी बॉल को नो बॉल कहा क्योंकि वो चाहते नहीं है कि तू मैच खेले ये मैच तेरे हाथ में है हिम्मत रखना तो खेल
मैंने सुना है टीम में तमिल लड़कों को शामिल नहीं किया जाता है
मैं खुद को सिर्फ तमिल नहीं समझता
अच्छा तो कैसे रिलीज हो क्रिकेटर Can we have a huge round of applause? And we also really glad to have Muthiya with us. Sir, please एक बार wave कर दीजिए to the audience and to the people of press. Yeah. And so सबसे पहले आपसे एक सवाल करना चाहिए. So we have a question for you. Like this is your entire life story in a movie. Millions of people are going to become witness to your life. So how does it feel?
See, first of all, I was very shy to accept this. 2018, when Venkat Prabhu came to Sri Lanka regarding a foundation, and he met me and he asked me whether I want to take a biopic on me. First, I was very hesitant and shy about it because I'm retired, happily in the house, waiting and little bit of work with. I was doing with Dada knows because 5 years I came here, a little bit of Hyderabad as well. So first hesitant, then my manager said because if you do something, you will get something for the foundation and that will help some people. Then I agreed. So that's the way it starts. and you know, a lot of problems in 5 years time it took to make a movie. And now I'm very happy because it's suddenly, at first I was hesitant and I was not interested to do that. But in life sometimes you think you're not, but sometimes you have to do some things. So only thing I asked my director, I gave the permission, everything, and has to be very true story. It should be not added anything, masala or anything to make a movie good, because it's a biopic, because it has to be true what has happened, that you have to reveal. So that's also, I'm very happy, I'm glad I came to Calcutta and meeting Dada. Is a very good friend, and you know, he's a wonderful player, and also I think he's the best captain as well, because you know, when India was after Asuluddin, a little bit struggling, and team was displaced, like you know, players were a little bit not happy about the team environment and everything. He bought the team in a difficult stage. He got the team difficult stage. He got younger players into the team, introduced like Arbajan and like players like that, great players came. So he made a team and get success of Team India team was very powerful. Unfortunately, he couldn't win a World Cup because he had a chance in 2003. Unfortunately, they lost to Australia. Other than that, when he gave it up and gave it to Dhoni, was an easy transition, because already established players are there. Then he have to do the right things, then he can take to the next level. So I know he's in Kolkata. I say he's a king. That's the way I say, because, and also a youngest person who become a board president. It is not a joke, because his organization in India is the biggest organization, because for the in sport. So become a board president is a very challenging, and he had a great 2-3 years of that, and successful. And now he's relaxing, and hopefully, I hope, I heard, right? I was there in Bangalore when I was talking to him, and we chat. A few industry people come in talking to him, and you will see Dada's movie by next year, I think, hopefully.
So since you are here, and you mentioned World Cup, right? So we have to talk about what happened in 1996. But before that, Madhur, we have a question for you, and I think ये जो है एक मूवी के फैक्ट्स की लिस्ट में ऐड हो चुका है ऑलरेडी कि you and Sir both share this similar arc angle.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know about this. This is how the universe works, right? They pick you up, they put you in your place, and then what you deserve exactly. So what happened and how is it working for you?
I mean, पहले तो मैं thank you for the question, but ज़्यादा नहीं बोलना चाहूँगा. I'm very starstruck sitting with Murli sir and Sourav sir.
Trust me, all of us are.
Yeah, I mean, growing up in the 90s, I have grown up with Dada regime, you know. So, like sir said, I'm such a huge fan. And but coming back to your question, could you repeat it please again?
Just similar arm action.
Yeah, so I had a really bad car crash around 8 years ago, because of which I messed up my right elbow. And after I was locked from film, I called up my director and said, I have something up my sleeve, quite literally, for you. And then that's when I told him that I have a bed down, and it sort of helped me replicate Sir's action a tad bit more. Because when I try to straighten it, it just doesn't go as straight. That's exactly like Sir's, which he has since birth. So yeah, something bad, something good is coming, I'm able to portray Sir's action a bit more realistic.
Just like how the universe works, right?
Yes, absolutely. Some things are destiny, you know. And I think this film is like that for me.
Dada, we are really happy that you are here, and you and Melissa both have had some fierce battles, right? And some extraordinary thing happening on the trees. Is there anything which happened behind the scene, maybe in the locker room, which you'd like to share with the people? Some interaction, yeah.
You know, thank you so much. Happy is an understatement for me to be here. Anything connected to Muthiya, Murlidharan, we used to call him Murli, is from the heart. Because not only he was the greatest spinner of all time, he's one of the greatest human beings you'll ever meet. soft, gentle, kind, and always smiling. I've grown up in an era with a very strong Indian team and had some great players. But for us, Sri Lanka was Murli. And I'm saying that with due respect to everyone, Sri Lanka has produced some great players. Aravinda De Silva, Kumara Sangakkara, Mahila Jayawardene, and Arjuna Ranatunga was a very good player who was a World Cup winning captain. So they had some outstanding players. But Murli was different. As I said, you land in Colombo, you land in Sri Lanka, you go to anywhere, everybody from I remember my first trip in 1997, yes, my first trip in 1997 to Sri Lanka, and we used to go to Sri Lanka very often. Every summer we used to be there. The Taj Samudra Hotel in Colombo was just like our home for us. June, July we were there, and I loved Sri Lanka. I remember my first trip, I landed, and I was going through the immigration at the Colombo airport, and they were very kind people. India was coming, and they said, all the best for the tournament, all the best for the series, have a good trip. But remember, we have Murli. and I remember the exact words. And this used to happen all the time. He was not just the backbone, every bone of the body for Sri Lankan cricket. And I'm so happy he's done a biopic. I've seen him on the field, I've seen him off the field, I've met his family, I've seen him in Colombo. He's unbelievable. So I know you will enjoy this film. You will get to know a lot from this film about Murli's life, because many of you have just seen Murli on television or at the ground. But what goes behind in making a great champion that he is, hopefully you'll be able to see it on this film. As I said, I'm extremely fortunate to be here this evening on the launch of his biopic. It's a worldwide release, and everyone around the world must see it, because Murli just doesn't belong to Sri Lanka. Murli belongs to the world, belongs to the world cricket. He's an ambassador. He's an unbelievable ambassador of the sport. He's a gentle ambassador of the sport. And when you see Murlidharan, because I've followed his entire career, and I must say something, I've played the young Murlidharan, I've played the middle-aged Murlidharan, and I've played the old Murlidharan. And the hardest was the old Murlidharan. And I mean everything what I say, because I'm not saying because it's media, it's because of his biopic, but it was the hardest as he got older. He could spin the off-spin this much, he could spin the off-spin that much, he could bowl the straighter one, he could bowl the one which would go the other side. And the best thing Rahul Dravid told me, we used to back together a lot those days. He said, how do I cover drive it? I said, don't worry, you don't worry about the cover drive, leave the cover drive to me, you just rotate the strike with Murli. So, he's been absolutely fascinating. 800 test wickets, and he's not adding the one days also. And how much did one day Murli? 400? Can you imagine 540 one day wickets? 540 one day wickets, 800 test wickets. So it's 1340 international wickets for Sri Lanka. So I'm not wrong in saying that or it's the other way, Sri Lanka meant Murli. And he brought Sri Lanka on the map through his cricketing skills, through his wickets. He actually was responsible for bringing Sri Lanka on the world map. Whether the wickets spun, whether you played in Colombo, whether you played at the Oval, whether you played in Melbourne, or whether you played in the Wankhede Stadium in Dubai, Murli will come and take 5 wickets and spin the ball this much. That's how good he was. I wish him all the best in life. Just like everybody finishes playing sport, he finished. I still remember his last wicket at his home ground, and I think he got Pragya got at first leg. His last wicket, his last test match. I can't remember his first wicket, but I can remember his last wicket. And what a pleasure it was just knowing him. It wasn't too much fun playing him because he hardly gave anything to hit, but knowing Muthiya Murlidharan, the person, is amazing. And as I said, you ask everybody around the world, you won't get a better gentleman than Muthiya Murlidharan. I congratulate you on your new role. You are portraying a master on screen, and I know everybody will watch it. I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it because it's Murli. Because it's Murli, and I'm sure everybody in Calcutta will watch it because we are a cricket man city. Murli beat us in the semi-finals in 1996 in Calcutta. And if I remember when they went out to win the World Cup under Arjuna, it was a young Murli then, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. you would absolutely see a master in action. So thank you, Murli, for inviting me here. And lots of love to you, lots and lots of good wishes to you and your family and me to continue to remain with the game. Because, I know you do a lot of businesses, I know you do a lot of things at the back, you have a lot of money, but don't get away from the game. Because the game needs Muthiya and Murlidharan is humbleness, is genuinity, and most importantly, the game needs a master to be there all the time. So wish you all the very best. He's a young man. I think we are same age, 50? So we are both the same age. So you've got lots and lots to offer to the game. I know he comes for the IPL with the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and I wish him all the very best in life. And we all love him.
So we just had a conversation with Murli sir a few minutes back, and we were talking about the wickets. I bet that he remembers all the wickets I have taken. He knows the 100, the 200.
It's not true. There are some wickets I know. I can remember one inning I can't even forget in my life is him and Rahul demolishing Toronto in the World Cup '99. It was something like special batting from both of you, and both got hundreds and won easily. So that's because he's a strong player of spin bowling, and he's right because when he was young, when I was young, he didn't give a chance to me. When I was getting old a little bit, I had chance on him. So that's the way in the game. And I think mostly if you think about him is because he's a specialist, because when he came into the team 96, I can remember 96 in Lords, I think he got a 100 in that. So something a young cricketer at the time and coming and getting 100, because getting into that Indian team was so hard, and he got into it, then he made the way and become one of the most successful captain in the history of India. That's him, because he's also saying humble and anything approachable. That's why whenever he says me, Murli, if you need, I just there for him, because those era, because the cricketers like him, Anil, those 5-6 players, we had very anything in life, because we continue after cricket also our friendship. Thanks.
So somebody wants to ask a question.
Yeah, only here. You remember that match when Sourav hit 2 sixes in Colombo in 1997, and you said that Sourav played better than any other player. He faced your bowling very well.
See, Sourav used to be a very good opener, and spin-wise, he's a champion. He hit any spinners out of the park. So maybe remember only 2 sixes. He would have not taken 2 sixes. He would have done many sixes against me, not even against me. Top bowlers like Shane Warne and Sakleen Mushtaq and so many bowlers he used to hit. So I think all Indian people are chill.
All right, and before we move on to other questions, we will use this opportunity.
So I think Indian public would have cherished his batting all his career. So he's a strong player, and not only for spin or space, anything, because he's opening back. So he has done justice to whatever the opportunity given to him.
Because to get 800 test wickets, you have to play a lot of test matches. I don't know whether anybody at this stage will play so many amount of test matches with all that cricket that is going around. Test matches, one-day cricket, T20 cricket, leagues all around the world. And don't forget his 540 one-day wickets also. So it's total 1340 international wickets. And it will be very difficult to beat. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible in this world, but it will take a lot of hard work to get past what Murli has achieved.
So we're going to take this moment to celebrate Murli sir.
One of your favorite World Cup innings at Taunton. Murlidharan 8 overs, 28 runs, no wickets. And then last 2 overs, 32 runs. What was the plan to handle him? And I want Murali also Please say about that match, both of them.
Yeah, we always did that, you know. We always, when we played Sri Lanka at that time, and that's why I say Murli Sri Lanka, is that we'll try and play him out. You know, keep rotating, keep putting the ball in the gaps, and then if we have a partnership at the end, we can take him on. But because you know he's such a wicket taker, he can run through any side if you give him a bit of a spin. So we never wanted to give him too many wickets early on, and then once we are set, obviously it becomes a little more easy. England is a little more easy because it was the first half of the summer, it was cold, and the wickets did not have much spin on it. So we were as a batsman, we were in an advantageous position to Murlidharan. But his greatness is, when his team went for 370, he was still giving at 5 runs an over. I think that's where his greatness is. You know, when he bowled well, he picked 7, 8, 9, 10 wickets in a game, and when he did not bowl well, he was still the most effective bowler to me. And I think that's where his greatness lied. And as I said, I'm fortunate that my entire career was with Muthiya. I watched him, played him, and the respect for him is just beyond imagination.
No, because 2003 is in South Africa is totally different than what you play in Indian players play in India. It's your home turf because you have a more advantage. When you're playing in outside, the advantage is less because you have to adapt to those conditions. So you can't compare those two because you want it. That's what you might be thinking better. No, because that side also very good side in 2003. And I think we played twice. They beat us twice in that tournament. So very convincingly, not easy. It's very convincingly they beat us. And only thing is, see, Australia was that era. It was so powerful till that 2 decades. So no team like Australia we haven't seen. I started playing both are playing in 90s started. So that era that Australia came up. And they were unbeatable in 2000s. So, to winning, losing that match was, it is like, you know, 2 people got, I can remember, hundreds and they got 350 in the final. So, in India's case, in 2011, it is all about that India has the advantage. They play, they know their conditions. And so the last was there, so they are So I think you can't compare both. Both are very good teams and very good captains who led the team both times.
Only this side. Only World Cup is coming soon now. So in your opinion, which 4 teams play? In your opinion, which 4 teams playing in World Cup semi-final this year?
See, always have an advantage because home team is advantage playing there. So England is playing well at the moment, and Australia is, you can't count them out any time. But there are other teams that can, dark horses are there. So if you ask anybody, even Dada, if you ask, luck is very much needed to win a World Cup. Luck makes a big part of it because right time, right things happen. So that always showed you in the last World Cup final. We thought New Zealand will win, but luck goes to England wins. So say the World Cups, we were in '96, we were underdogs. Never thought. So luck came to us so many times. So that's why we won. So we have to have the luck on to win those things. Sorry about Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is doing well at the moment. They came to finals, but they got beat very badly. But still, they are doing well because got the 2020 Asia Cup. So they will be outside chances. So they might have a chance, but very difficult to say.
Hi, I'm only here from So my question is to you that the Indian conditions are totally spin friendly. So the Indian conditions are mostly spin friendly. So who are the spinners that you are looking forward in this World Cup? Who are the spinners that can excel in the soil of India?
See, every country has a good spinners. Like Sasaranga was nice, injured, is not playing. Then you have Rashid Khan from there. Then you have India good spinners. Kuldeep Yadav is very good. Ashwin is not there, but Jadeja and Akshar Patel is there. So it will help, but very difficult to say. You can't say Indian wickets are very, very spinable. Sometimes dew comes, then spinners won't be very effective. So depends on you have to have the balance between the fast bowlers and spinners. Then you have a good chance of getting.
Alright, so we have a really quick rapid fire game with all the three of you. But before that, Krishna sir, हम चाहेंगे कि आप एक बार हमें बताएं कि इतना बड़ा नाम है मुरलीधरन and this entire movie 800 and you being the producer, how was the feeling कि इतनी बड़ी चीज हम करने जा रहे हैं? How will the society react? How will it react to this कि we are coming up with your biopic?
First, my namaskarams to all the electronic and print media. We are very happy we have been associated with all of you today in a great city like Calcutta. And I am very fortunate to be associated with this film. And of course, I am the presenter and the buyer of the total film. And I am not the producer, I mean, right from the beginning I know the script and everything because Sripati is my director. So, now first of all, I have to be he's kind enough to be associated with Mr. Ganguly ji. Now it has a great event it has become. I'm very happy to be. Nothing to say about this film. Really, this is a great, more than cricket, it's a great emotional journey. Right from the childhood till the evening. Even after the cricket also, you must have seen the glimpse of the trailer. There is his patience, even during this his professional career also faces a lot of things. After crossing all those he has reached in that goal. I'm very happy about this.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. We are starting a quick rapid fire. And ask me a question. You will have to be very quick, very snappy with the answers. All right. The first question: most memorable encounter with Murlidharan sir on field. Now you have to be very quick.
There's too many. You have to give me a little bit
Just
of time.
pick the first one that comes in your head.
I think my first encounter maybe in 97 when I first played in 97 in Sri Lanka. That was my first one-day 100 and first test 100 also in Sri Lanka. And we did that I think I got that in the SSC ground. Luckily the wicket had a bit of grass. So
because we played really well both series. So I think that was a drawn game and also high scoring game.
that was the series when Sri Lanka got 900 in the first test in Murlidharan. And in the second test, obviously it was a close one. I got 100 in the second test, and that's when I actually played him for the first time.
I think we must clap on to this, right? We everyone should. Now the next question, again, very quick. If you had to describe Murli sir in one Bengali word, what would it be?
Jadugar.
Jadugar, and exactly what?
He's a magician, you know. You would bowl from one end, just keep bowling and bowling. And Sri Lanka is a hot country, it's very hot. You would never get tired, just bowl and bowl. Because like, you know, the captain had to take the ball out of his hand. It's just like when you take a sweet out of a little boy's hand and he just tries to stop it.
And it's magic.
So like only one over. I used to see, because we used to wait. Now Murli will get a break, and we'll have another bowler who we can hit. But then he would signal from fine leg and third one more never finish.
So now Durga Puja is around the corner. So what's the best thing about Durga Puja that you feel?
Oh, it's our biggest festival. It's unbelievable actually. You need to be in Calcutta to realize what Durga Puja is. I'm sure as you're driving through the city, you must be seeing the half-constructed pandals, half-illuminated areas. And by the time it comes on the 14th, which is the Mahalaya, this city will be a different city. It's a holiday. I know you talk about Christmas. I know you talk about Ganguly. You talk about the Brazilian festival or any other festival around the world. This is the biggest festival, and it's fascinating for over a period of 8 to 9 days.
Let's just suppose you had to assemble a dream cricket team, and you can add players from any era, from any team. Who would be the top 3 picks?
Murli is definitely one.
Of course.
Murli not because I am at the release of his biopic. Murli definitely one. Sachin Tendulkar definitely the other. And the third one, I would probably go for Glenn Mg. So these are definitely my 3 picks: a batsman, a spinner, and a fast bowler. So I think there would be a contest between Jimmy Anderson and Glenn Mg, but on all conditions, I think Glenn Mg would be my preferred choice. So these 3 definitely.
And so this World Cup is around the corner. So 2 Indian players who we should watch out for. Like those guys are going to come out as surprise.
India has enormous talent, and you've been watching it for the last 1.5 months. They have just peaked at the right time. You know, it's a very powerful team, and there are so many. Rohit Sharma, the way he batted against Australia the other day. Shubman Gill is in the form of his life. Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul. There is so many of them, you know, who could turn the game on their own. And it will be very difficult for me to point 2, but I think you can watch out for Shubman Gill. You can watch out for Shubman Gill and Virat Kohli. I think good batting conditions. Virat's also have started to play well after a bit of a tough period for about a couple of years. So I think these are the 2 batters who I think will be very good in these conditions.
Thank you so much, Dada. You have sport, and of course, the mother is here with us. Mother, again, you know the rules. You have to be very quick with the answers.
Try your best.
Yes. So first, you learned a lot about the Murli sir. You studied a lot. But was that one thing that came to you as a surprise?
So I knew Murli sir, जैसे आप लोग सब जानते हैं Murli sir को. It was just about his exploits on the field. I was not aware of the tremendous journey he's had in his life from a young child, from a minority community in a war-ravaged country like Sri Lanka. तो उनकी लाइफ के जो रियल इवेंट्स थे, उनके बारे में जान के काफ़ी मुझे शॉक भी हुआ और काफ़ी कुछ आई थिंक उनके एक्सपीरियंस से अचंभा होता है कि कैसे एक बंदा जो इतना डिस्क्रिमिनेशन जिन्होंने झेला है अपनी लाइफ में, वो फिर भी आगे जाके चैंपियन बॉलर कैसे बनता है. सो इट्स बीन
that journey that came to us.
Yes, absolutely. Because I wasn't aware at all about his personal life, which I think most people are not. That's why the tagline says the unknown story of Murlidharan.
And Murli sir, we have some questions for you. You know the rule. You have to be very quick with the answer. Okay. The toughest opponent. Like that batsman was very difficult to bowl.
Toughest opponent always in India because they are the greatest players who play spin. So I struggled a lot because in India, I haven't won a match here this match. So I was playing, so it was tough with India.
And which bowler you think can come closer to your record of 800 wickets?
See, Jimmy Anderson can because he plays spinner for 3-4 years because he has 100 odd years. So he can break the record. That's up to him how many years he's going to play.
So thank you so much. We have some kids and who want you to sign. Can I have a question about
Pinto, Udvila, Pinto, नीचे आओ. Pinto.
সব জায়গায় যারা আগে এসে তারা সবাইকে কাজ করতে অসভ্যতা কেন সিস্টেম মেনটেন করে
Before you get into it, Murli sir is going to be here.
এটাই ছবি হয়ে গেল. আরে এইদিকে সামনে
দাঁড়া এদিকে
Morlidharan being here,